Hello everybody, welcome to week 15 of the MMSC Skills Challenge. My name is Jeremy Bartz. Tonight, we had 8 bowlers show up tonight. It was kind of a little bit lower than usual, but we still had great action tonight. So tonight, we have the top 4. So qualified number 1 today was Jeremy Bartz Jr. at 905, Mike Cabot at 870, Rob Sloma at 821, and 4 seed Mike Froman at 794. So tonight, we got the one lefty and 3 righties, so we'll see how it goes tonight. And then a little bit later tonight, Bryan Eaton will show up to help me commentate. But right now, my other commentator, Sideline Rob, is actually bowling, so it's a good thing for him. Alright, welcome to the second week of me being allowed to drink legally. Can't wait to say who my sponsor is, but until they actually sponsor us, I'm not going to say who it is. But I do like their beer. So up in lane 3 is Charlie Brown, number 1 seed. And nice shot, but doesn't get rewarded. So Charlie tonight had a low game of 201 and a high game of 237. So he was pretty damn good. It's a 237, 232, 201, 235 for a 905. Up on lane 1 is Rob Sloma. I missed my sideline reporter, but I'd rather him be bowling than talking to me. So Rob had a nice shot there. Charlie, good spare. Again, we're in the normal section of Spectrum lanes, not the VIP, where the VIP play a little bit easier, it looks like. But since we can open up bowling now for most people, Spectrum is doing the right thing and charging more money for the VIP section, which is a good thing. Mike Cabot on lane 2 with a strike. Froman up in lane 4, bowling his first frame. And Mike goes a little wide, leaving the 7-9. Mike Cabot now is up on lane 1. And he leaves an 8-pin somehow. Froman misses everything. So unfortunately, I won't be able to bowl this series again this year because I just happened to rupture my bicep bowling last week, so I am not done for 6 months. So even if I want to get the bowling ball, I'll try right-handed next time. Which I'll still try eventually, but at the same time, it's going to take a little bit to get used to it. So Cabot with a good spare there in the second. Mike is up on lane 3 in the second frame. And, wow. 9 times out of 10, that gets tripped. But he moved that 6-pin so far over, that was almost not range. That was a 10-pin though, with a 3. That was a 3-pin flipping over to the 10. Charlie Brown made a mention of Askew. Or Askew did throw a strike, but the 3-pin came out of the gutter, hit another pin, and bounced back up as a 10-pin. And the Rob left the bucket in lane 2. Rob with a good spare in lane 2. So between Rob and Cabot, they're tied at 20 after 1, with each having a spare in a second. See, most out ranges, it'll just like pick up the rack, knowing it's not out of range, but hopefully it doesn't take them too long. So Rob up in lane 1 does not get rewarded. Solid tempo. So today's a little different. So normally when the guys make top 4 to make money, but since we only have 8 bowlers tonight, whoever wins the first match with each guys will actually make money. So losers don't get anything this time. So we're trying to keep the payouts as good as we can for only having 8 bowlers. Still pretty good with 66 and a 40 for first and second. Rob with an uncharacteristic miss. As he is probably one of the better straight bowlers you have on spares in this whole city. So I know he's disappointed as hell right now, but hopefully it doesn't hurt him too bad. Mike Cabot up in the second, up in the third on lane 2. Great shot. Charlie Brown up in his second frame on lane 4. Cabot a 7-pin in the 4th frame. Charlie's up now in the 3rd on lane 3, working on a strike. Another great shot by Charlie. His ball has been looking really good today so far for everything. Just a couple little bad breaks in between some of those smaller games, but overall he's been throwing pretty damn good. Cabot a down 9 high style spare shot where he doesn't look, he just listens for the hearing in the field. So Froman up in the 3rd. Goes a little light again, leaves the 3-pin. So Charlie's got 20 in the 1st, working on a double. Froman has 27 in the 2nd, working on a spare. Rob Sloma has 48 in the 3rd, and Mike Cabot has 60 in the 3rd, working on a spare. And Rob just got hosed. The left-handed hose job. Froman with a good spare. And then of course, then there's Rob with a straighter is greater type of approach for the right side, the left side spares. So had no reason not to believe he was not going to pick that one up. So Froman up in the 4th on lane 3. Great shot. So Rob is up now in the 5th frame on lane 1. Both those shots, the last two frames, were about the same. Just not the right break in the fourth frame for Rob. Charlie with good ball reaction on lane 4 for a 3-bagger. Mike Cabot up in the 5th, working on 60 and a third on a spare. Another great shot by Cabot right there. Cabot working on Dutch 200. Rob needs a little bit of help now. Charlie with another great shot. So Charlie, what do you call what you have right now? You got a ham bone. Cabot does not like off his hand, and I can see why when he missed everything left.
That's pretty good aim.
It's pretty good knowing when off your hand how shitty you are. So, well, he said it right away. Froman with another great shot. Cabot's pretty honest with himself. When he lets go of the ball, he knows it's crappy. He's not afraid to admit it. As Charlie would say, we've known some people that did pretty well for the whole tournament, but have one frame. We're going, what the hell are they thinking? If you go 0-3 in a frame, doesn't really help out your chances of making the cut. We won't say who did that, but it did happen this past weekend. Mike got a little early in that release, I think. Leave the 4-7-8. Now Rob is up in the 6 on lane 2. Needs a strike now because Mike is on the Dutch 200. And Rob do a way in. Leaves the 3-pin. Froman with a pissed off spare. Thought he was getting a little frustrated. Alright, Rob with a good spare there.
Chuck.
And Charlie had a brain fart.
Yeah, man, these light volume patterns that spare ball's gonna hook. Hello,
Welcome
everybody.
to the telecast, Bryan Eaton.
Sideline reporter Bryan Eaton. Thank you, Parker. I haven't been on a telecast, commentating on a telecast for quite some time. Everyone kept saying it was ass. Hopefully,
As long as
Parker.
they make the shows, you don't need to commentate.
Yeah, hopefully Parker can edit this one and not make me look like such a jackass.
Well, I already made fun of Brian Ivy once or twice, so we're all good now.
Hey, where's he at? Sulking.
His 0-3 is probably making him feel salty.
Yeah.
Nice bounce back by Charlie there. So the miss in the 6 doesn't really hurt Charlie too much at the moment because he still has a 20-pin lead, but he doesn't need any more of those. Well, let's see if Cabot keeps up his Dutch 200. Does not.
Looks like he got a little firm with that one, kind of grabbed it there.
All right, so Bryan, since you bowled both weeks, how does it play differently from this week compared to last week based on the extra? Your brother fixed how the flow was supposed to be this week. What do you think how it was?
I think we all saw a little bit more hook, but there wasn't the room. You know, last week there was a lot of room. You could make the mistakes. You could miss in, miss out a little bit, and have some room. This week, I think you had about the same amount of hook, maybe a touch more, but you didn't have the room as last week. That's what I saw. And that's what a lot of the other guys saw here too.
Yeah, so like in past weeks, we've had about half the field usually finish plus. Today we had 3 guys finish plus out of the 8. So it wasn't like it was easier. So it was definitely a little bit tougher. Would you agree with that, Bryan?
Yeah, no, it was tougher for sure. You know, it was a little bit trickier to try to get the corners out. You know, angles were definitely really important. You know, we saw a lot of guys migrate in a little bit faster than we did last week. Cabot being one of them.
Stone 9-pin right there, which not good.
You know, he moved in a little bit quicker. Charlie was in. I think even Sloma was playing a little bit further in this week than last week. That might be because guys are getting a little more used to or more acclimated to not seeing that ball make such a big shape, or they're trying not to make that ball shape so much down lane.
All right, so Cabot spare in the 8th. So Cabot has a 158 with a possible 218. Rob Sloma has a possible 205. Charlie a little bit in.
Yep. Yeah. You see, if you catch I'll get your hand around a little bit, like Chuck did there. You know, a little miss in. I mean, that ball's going through the nose or high.
So Froman has got a possible 220. Charlie still has a possible 237. So anything's still possible right now in these 2 matches. Rob with a tripped.
Sloma sneaks it out. It comes right in the head pin. Head pin off the wall to trip that 2-8. Charlie with the spare.
That time he does not miss the 4-pin.
Nope. Made the necessary adjustments there, Jeremy.
He will it. Didn't try to hook it. He's a little more direct and probably move a couple boards over. So now Rob is up in the must-strike situation in the 9th.
Uh-oh. Looks like he snuck it in.
Try to muscle that one.
Yep. I think that's, you know, these skill patterns definitely trick you. A lot of guys try to force it to make that ball shape when they don't have to. I know I'm guilty of it.
Well, I just wish I could bowl again, so I'm gonna try it next year for sure. So Charlie the strike. Got a 17-pin lead if Froman throws a double here. Rob's got a possible 185. Cabot just needs to stay clean in the next 2 frames with a good pin count to shut him out.
Yep.
But anything's still possible in that match. Froman come out of that ball super clean.
Yep.
But a little bit in. Leaving the 3-9.
Yep, just didn't quite catch that dry early enough.
Came out a little too early, it seemed like. Because Froman has such a
Well, it looks like a good shot from Cabot.
Such a hard release. You almost need to put it in slow motion and see how light comes out of the ball so clean sometimes.
Yep. Really good
I did
motion.
It last week, and my arm decided to say F you, it blew up.
Yep. And Froman would have to strike out, and Charlie would have to gut her out.
I expected Charlie to do a good game after how he bowled the first 4. I mean, he was pretty much the one guy that was staying really consistent with his scores.
Cabot looks like C is the deal. Oh, Froman moving out, looks like.
So our finals will be Charlie Brown against Mike Cabot on lanes 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Of course, Charlie's not liking 5 and 6 today, so we'll see how it goes because he did not want to bowl on 5 and 6 today.
Yep.
That's for damn sure.
I think what made this pattern so tough is a lot of the guys wanted to play straight, you know, a little more in the track area, but in the old section here, especially on the low end, I mean, that track is just so beat up. As you could see when Froman moved out, even though it's a 45-foot pattern, I mean, that ball saw the track and it went.
But since we're talking on here, I'll decide to give my co-host his money for winning a pot.
Yeah.
To make him feel happier.
A little bit. A little bit.
It wasn't a complete loss today.
No, it wasn't.
So Froman finishes at 176. Mike Cabot finished at 207. And Sloma finishes 10th frame. Great shot by Rob. Wishes he had a 9th frame back. Try a little bit in. Does not hold.
So
broadcast fail.
Charlie picks a 6 off the 10. Excuse me, 6 wraps around the 10 for an open with a 205 to finish.
Froman finishes with a 176.
Looks like our finals is going to be Charlie Brown versus Mike Cabot on 5 and 6.
So Mike up on lane 3 in our final match. Leaves a 2-pin. So Brian, what do you think is his final match?
Huh?
You got 2 little harder righties. How do you think his match is going to end up?
I don't know. I mean, they're both playing, similar parts of the lane. They're both going to be throwing it hard. I'm going to see, I guess who's going to be able to see that shape down lane because they both want to see it. Whoever gets it first, I think, is going to win. Cabot can stay slow and consistent. He's definitely going to, I think, throw a couple of big strings here.
So Charlie, a little bit of late shot for a little 7-pin there. Sorry guys, I was writing some stuff down for Parker to make his job easier in the long run. This Master Challenge is sponsored by beer I can't talk about because I am drinking a lot of it, but nobody's paid us yet, so I'm not going to say who it is.
Oh, Charlie.
He did that last match where he went after his 4-pin, and took off at the end too.
Well, you know what they say, Jeremy? If you're going to miss it, it might as well be in the first frame.
That happened a lot yesterday in the PBA championships.
Yeah.
Andrew Anderson almost came back after missing a 10-pin.
Yep. But he redeemed himself winning the Bradley this past weekend. Oh, good shot off Charlie's hand.
Well, Charlie was not looking forward to being at 5 and 6. You already mentioned that beforehand. He just did not like how his ball looked in that pair to get the ball.
No. Nope. I think that obviously mentally carried over into this match.
Problem is, with only having 4 pairs available for a skills challenge, you can't really use 7 and 8.
No, you cannot.
Since weak bowlers are still there. So the semifinals always between 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and the finals always be at 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
So you better get used to those pairs.
Okay. Hey, you looked like Larry Radke at Nationals when he hooked at that 5-pin. It would have been, but he still says it was Anthony.
Definitely not Anthony.
Video proof. Ladies and gentlemen, there's video proof.
Historians, they are making fun of Larry Radke from the Larry days.
Yep, there's video proof.
So,
boom. Cabot gets a handful, hooks early, goes high, and carries.
Larry Radke has pretty much the smallest hands you will ever see from a bowler.
Hey, but he wants that 5-inch span, man. He wants, you know.
He doesn't have 5 inches. He's got 2 inches.
He doesn't, you know. I wonder if Larry will ever see this.
If Larry ever watches this, me and him used to work here at Wolverine, so I didn't know who he was until he came up to me one day and said, "Why do you have Pat Bentley as an email friend in your email contacts?" Because he spied on me because he's IT. Well, it's because I know Pat Bentley since I was a little kid. And all of a sudden I realized that I didn't know who he was at first, but of course he had talked to me all the next 5 weeks about how good of a bowler he was.
Oh, Cabot, light 8-10.
That's a mastery skills challenge.
Is this Terry Metzner or Mike Cabot? Larry's a good guy, but you know
he's a great guy overall.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize who he was at first. The guy I felt bad with.
He's a character.
His good accolades until he had to tell me what they were because I didn't know who he was.
No, but there's video evidence of him hooking at a 5-pin on the live stream when Davenport made it to Nationals, I believe in 2010 or 11. And to this day, he still swears it was his brother.
Video doesn't lie.
Nope.
Like Cat was going, why the hell did I just leave that?
Yeah, how in the hell?
He's hollering at that pin right now for sure. His shirt says 60 feet of hardwood. Well, his ball went 59 feet 9 inches.
Yeah.
That's the pin.
Oh, Charlie still can't manage to get that 7 out. Man.
All right, guys, you just witnessed history right here. I'm guaranteed. I guarantee that Charlie has not fucking left 3 straight 7 pins at any time in his life. Not even at the Bradley when you can leave 5 pins.
Maybe at Wangers. You think? Maybe at Wangers, Jeremy?
3 times? That's still pretty damn hard.
Yeah, we'll have to get Tyler Ladwig to.
Let's have sideline reporter Rob ask him that on the side once he comes back. Because I'm pretty sure Charlie can't remember the last time he left 3 straight 7 pins.
No.
Because I can't remember the last time I left 3 straight 10 pins because I don't think I've ever done it.
Not even at the. I'm pretty sure the way you talk about Northway in a Fight Club, Jeremy, I think you have.
I'll I leave more 5 pins than 10 pins. I'm not afraid to admit the 5 pin. I just don't run around like Josh Shreve.
Oh, Charlie finds his way to 60 feet of success.
See, Josh Shreve will run out every freaking pin count.
You know, I was hoping for Charlie to go for the little ham dinger and leave another 7 pin.
The ham bonus 7 pins?
You know, the ham dinger.
The ham binger.
6 people tuning into us live. Ted Bolts.
Hi, Ted. Yes, my arm is still really messed up. So I'll be coming back next year for your Fight Club series for sure. It's the one tournament I really love how it is now.
Ooh, Cabot gets a little soft, sends it out light. Leaves a 2.
So we're tied at 48 in the 3rd. Charlie's got a strike in the 4th. Now Mike with a spare in the 4th. So Charlie will have technically just a slam match. So Charlie does have a possible 258. Mike has a possible 248. I'm pretty sure they both won't strike out. It's amazing for me and Master Skills Challenge. They both have different balls from the spare, so it's kind of a little different there.
Yeah.
Cabot is now up in the 5th, 48 in the 3rd, working on a spare.
Oh, he yams it. 60 feet of hardwood to success.
Which is what Michigan State Bowling's mantra is.
I believe it.
Alright, so Charlie's up in the 5th, working on a strike.
Oh.
He says no more 7 pins for me. I think he was getting sick of us talking about him.
Yep. Looks like Charlie was able to roll that ball a little bit more, got it to pick up a little earlier.
Since you guys talking are both left-handers, so you're supposed to use 7 pins. He's not supposed to.
Nah. Both bowlers throwing the PBA skill 3.02 in this title match. Charlie with the turkey.
Duncan after his 3 straight 10 Duncan, 7 Duncans.
Yeah.
Alright, so Charlie's working on a 3-bagger. Cabot is working on a strike. So this is almost not a must strike yet, but Cabot pretty much needs a strike here to keep the pressure on Charlie.
Yeah. You know, I think it would be a different match if Cabot would have carried
That's
that
7,
8-10.
or 8-10, yeah.
So early. Through the nose leaves a 6-10.
Cabot's a pretty animated bowler. He'll let you know right away if he doesn't like it.
Oh yeah, he did not like that one. I don't even think we got to ask Rob to go ask him.
I'm the same way. I throw a bad shot. I look at the ceiling going, bless the gods, with some other words. It's human nature for some low bowlers. Alright, well, Cabot needs to pick this up and keep himself in the match. Good spare. So Cabot at the possible 228, Charlie's working at 258. So Cabot does pretty much need this strike right here to keep the pressure on Charlie.
Yep.
Which means Charlie just needs to stay clean. Alright, let's see 60 feet of good shot right here. Mike, like your back of your shirt says.
Cabot
He got speed through it, so it was nice.
Keeps
great shot there.
some pressure on Chuck Brown here. Charlie, he goes Brooklyn for the ham bone. The ham bone.
As Bryan calls those.
That's a 6 gutter.
Ham bone of the Brooklyn.
It's a ham boner.
He's feeling like he got a ham boner there.
That's what Randy Peterson, Rob Stone, Parker, gonna have to edit this video out.
One-head version of those guys. Because we can say, fuck you, Parker, make him edit that out as he gives me a dirty look.
Hey, we pay him to do this.
TV for my bunghole.
Hey, you're gonna have to edit that out.
He's freaking out right now because he's got, I gotta edit this shit out. Like, more shit needs to be shit. And he got, Charlie got.
Oh, Charlie.
So that's 20 seconds of editing that Parker has to do now. So that's great.
Hopefully he's got enough B-rolls in there.
There's some butthead stuff like TP for my bunghole.
Jeremy, that's how you're gonna look with that one arm bandaged up for a week.
Yeah. I'll be like JJ Watt though. Once I get that big brace on I got today.
Hey, I gotta ask you, Jeremy, do you wipe your ass with your left or right hand?
It is now my right hand. It is not fun.
Is your wife gonna have to come help you out?
Your brother's the first one who goes, how does it feel to wipe your ass right hand? I'm like, it's not fun. I definitely take a shower every time I take a shit now. Just to be safe. Until I get used to it. How's that, Parker? Or TMI? Mike Cabot up in the knife. Alright.
Looking for a double here.
And he got left again.
Get it.
So this whole broadcast is great through the first 6 frames and went kind of off the rails afterwards, so hopefully Parker has fun.
You know, I just hope all bowlers have fun.
I'm trying to have fun because I can't bowl now for the next 6 months, so I'm trying to think of ways to stay in.
Yeah, I mean,
keep myself involved, have you guys make sure you guys have fun, and at the same time keep my spirits up. Oh, nice spirit there by the cap.
Nice. I believe there are some decent odds for anyone that wanted to pick them if there would be a spare made in the title match or a split made in the title match.
About 10 minutes, I steal that from you. I'm just letting you know.
Steal it. Again, I get warned by the waitresses about having to finish my beer.
Scolded. You know, 10 p.m. curfew for alcoholic beverages. Well, All beverages.
Even though I'm talking to the owner's son, I'm still like under the stipulations. I still have to follow the rules, which I will still do graciously. Mike was way in.
Gets around it.
Not get the Charlie Brown Brooklyn.
I mean, some people would call it a fast 8 if you're left-handed.
Well,
yeah, for a lefty.
now we're hitting a pet pin like that. Oh, everything fast 8.
Yep.
Charlie finally smiled for the first time today, so that's a good sign.
Cabot picks this up.
Because he hasn't really smiled much today.
He could strike out for a 196.
Pretty sure he's still kind of tired from being in the Bradley. And
he
after Mike
chops
picks
the
up the
6 off.
freaking 4.9, he chops the 6.10. That's how boring it is.
Because they were all together.
The Saturday report, Rob, saying, yep, that's the hardest pair of nose.
I would have to think that and probably like the 2.5 for a righty.
Well, the 2.47 is my bitch at Nationals, because I could never pick that up. If I leave a 2.47 at Nationals, I have a 90% chance of chopping that either way. And we just saw something happen in the bathroom. It's kind of weird, so we're not gonna. I thought Brian was gonna go do his old what's that game he used to play? Oh shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Oh, rugby? Yeah. Played a lot of that.
Yeah, I thought Brian was gonna go rugby out his ass.
All right, Charlie picking up the
I
3.610.
could not think of rugby there for a second.
I think I think the 3.610 would be the third hardest spare on this.
And Sideline Report Tim saying you just made a side bet.
Yeah, Charlie's got to get one here. You know, stranger things have happened.
I mean, Brian and I, we did go 0-3 at the Bradley, so we'll make a mention of that again.
He did. I mean, Chuck goes 0-1. Cabot strikes out. We could have a tie. Oh, nope. Charlie crushing our hopes and dreams. I just want to see a tie in a championship match one time.
Well, you tried to do it, but you messed it up.
Yep.
So Charlie, if we pick this up, we'll have a possible 212. Now Cabot is screwing up Parker's screaming. Since Parker doesn't like when people double jump the cameras.
Yeah. Shot for shot, gentlemen.
Great shot there by Cabot. Charlie gets the spare.
Picks it up.
6 to pin.
Score Charlie's and then do the other one.
So Cabot hasn't learned Parker to cover etiquette yet.
Oh, Cabot.
Just means more
A little
editing
fast.
for Parker now because he has to take this and re-edit to the future. Or the past. Charlie got a little fast there, leaves his normal Bradley 5-pin. Charlie shoots 211 to win the match against Mike Cabot, who picks up a spare, will be at 175. So Brian, this match was going pretty well until the announcers went off the rails after a 6 frame, but other than that, I thought it was
Yeah, hey, you know, you don't want a lot of
but other than that,
you don't want a lot of dry air going on, you know, so as commentators, our job is to, I mean, fill that air up. And we got to be talking. Oh, and if we go on a tangent, then so be it.
so
I mean,
for week 15, it was a great job. Charlie Brown Jr. winning again over Mike Cabot. So Charlie did a great job of bowling this whole weekend. He was in Kentucky this past weekend doing some other stuff. And drove back yesterday after somewhat disappointing weekend, but he still did all right for the first part, right?
Yeah. No, he did very well in that sweep, remained top 8. You know, and then they went into doubles. I didn't see how they did in doubles, but you know that Bradley Open's real challenging. They had to sit back and watch Brian Ivy bowl all week and then ride in his van all the way back home.
We found out that Bradley was 53 feet at 50 millimeters, so and of course a lot of people are going to throw that type of stuff compared to like.
Oh yeah, they were throwing roof shingles.
So other than that, I'm Jeremy Bartz, and this is
Bryan Eaton.
Well, thanks again for watching week 15 of the Monday Mastery Skills Challenge. That was a Rob Sloma, not Mystery Challenge.
I'm here with Charlie Brown, today's winner of the Monday Mastery Skills Challenge. Charlie, what was the game plan going into this week? You know, the pattern was the same, but they made that little bit of change to it.
Well, with a little bit of change, I actually just moved in probably like 2 boards from where I played last week, and the game plan was just to stay soft and just let the ball pretty much do all the work. I had a really good look as long as I stayed soft with it and just let the ball shape down lane. So during qualifying, going pair to pair was pretty much the same. I didn't have to do a lot of different things. 5 and 6. Not my favorite pair. I had 2-0 clean on that game, game 3, and that was a really good game. And bowling the finals on 5 and 6, I wasn't very confident going in. I actually made a move in even more from where I was all night, and I 7-pinned 3 times in a row. So I felt a little friction early on in practice where I wanted to play. I actually went back to that and just got the ball in the air a little bit, and I was able to throw 3 really good shots to get the 3-bagger. Then I got fortunate to go Brooklyn on the one, but as it turned out, I really didn't need it. But still a pretty good day. I threw it pretty well outside the 7-pin I missed, so I'm happy with the result.
All right, yeah, nice. So now this being the 15th week of the Skills Challenge, kind of what are your thoughts on this? You know, has anything changed since, after week 1 or halfway through, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think this is great. The only thing I would change in this would be everyone throws the same bowling ball, but it's their first time doing it, and I think it's ran really well. Parker's done a great job. You guys have all done a great job hosting this. It's fun. I mean, it's something different. It's not your traditional bowling where you come out here and you think you're going to strike. You got to make good shots to strike, and this is just 15 weeks?
Yeah.
I've been bowling this for 15 weeks, and I feel like outside of here, like my game has gotten even better as well. So this is helping me for other things that I'm trying to accomplish right now. So I love it. I think it's great.
All right, and what are your thoughts on the chances of the Raiders winning the Super Bowl in 2022?
Raider Nation, baby. I just switched over, so we're going to the bowl. We're going to the bowl.
All right, folks, that's it for us here at Spectrum Entertainment Complex, week 15 of Monday Mastery Skills Challenge. Peace out.